Alright guys, Rxllout here and welcome back to another quick easy video tutorial sort of thing. Now this time we're going to be going over the imager in our fourth part series of the mastering series. So we shall get started. Now why would you use an imager? What's the point of it? Now an imager is basically, it controls different bands. It controls obviously whichever bands you want, but we can basically put 1, 2, 3 and 4, so we've got 4, and we will learn so that we'll decide which where the bands should be. Now this track already is fairly decent in the mono and stereo separation section. However, there are some adjustments we can do. So if we solo the low end here, you can see it right there. It's already quite mono because the sounds are mono. But if we wanted it more mono, we would bring it down. And if we wanted this sound to be more wide, we wanted a wider sounding 808, we would bring it up and stretch out in the stereo field, as you can see here. Again, I like to keep these 808s usually mono, so I bring it down to like 30 or 40, which is fine. Now we'll take it off solo. If we solo here, we can see quite wild, so it's quite spread. So in this case I think we'll bring it mono as well, just a little bit. Put this in 50 and then maybe the here by about maybe around the same. Now we're wanting to keep this little mark here, if it's +1 and it's in this range, it means it's mono compatible, which is what we're looking for. We don't want a non-mono compatible sound, because basically if we put it on different like a phone or different stereo systems or whatever, it might play badly if the phasing and the stereo separation is bad. So just keep it between here. If it's going above that, I will give you a fix for that in a second as we do this. So move on to the next band here, we'll solo it. Now this is fairly okay, but it could be slightly wider, so we'll bring it up a bit. Again, just a tiny bit, not too much. And for the high end, I think this one needs to be spread out a bit more. Especially in UK drill, get a nice stereo image for that. You're bringing these back in a bit. Okay, so we now have a nice stereo image there. Now if this is peaking over here, that means there's phase cancelling issues. So and the more stereo you make a sound, the more this will go over the phase cancellation. Now, because this is fairly okay, there's not much phase cancellation and it's fairly okay in the stereo field, we don't really have to worry about that. But if it is going over and cancelling, we'll turn the stereoize on and we'll turn this up accordingly. And we'll see a red mark, which will basically come down. Let's see. So if we basically move a sound, let's say we move the 808, so we'll get the 808. Here we'll add a stereo enhancer, and we'll basically do like a subtle stereo enhancement on this. We'll go back to the imager and we'll solo the low end. You can see it's going way too high here now. So to fix that, we've already got stereoize on, but we don't want it to be that, so we will bring the bandwidth in until it's basically gone away. Now it only happens if you push it mad. It might sound kind of cool, but it's not what we want. We want it to be at least a wee bit. It can be fine, it can be separated a little bit, but yeah, it will start to phase cancel. If we bring it up and we go back here, we will see that red line is showing the phase cancellation issues, which we do not want. So yeah, we can move that and stereoize, but most importantly, just bring this down. And again, it's done perfectly now, especially with the second one, but It's just as we push it over that it starts to kind of have problems, especially in mode 1. Let's move to mode 2, put it down. And again, if we go into the settings here, we can prevent anti-phase as well, which will also help this. So we can have a nice stereo image on the 808 without it doing some mad stuff. But again, that's only if you want a wide 808, usually you don't. We can bring it in, but again, just if you guys were interested in that. Okay, so yeah, that should be the imager done. Again, not too crazy, not too complicated, but yeah, we have different bands. We want to separate them. Some maybe put them in mono. Again, 808 I'd bring down unless you want a very wide 808 for a more kind of atmospheric sound. You can use that. But again, just keep it to your preference. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it, and don't do it just for the sake of it. Have a goal and an idea when you're doing this. For example, I wanted the high end to be a bit wider, just to highlight the hats a bit more. And here I just like to bring it in because it was a bit sparse and everywhere. So yeah, that's my reasoning for this. That's what I did. We used the stereo-wise to bring in some of the wideness on the 808 so it doesn't phase cancel. And yeah, that's pretty much how the imager works. So if you guys are interested in drill sounds, drill midis, drill kits, drill everything, UK drill stuff, I have loads of kits in the description. Again, they're also great for just regular stuff, regular producing. So be sure to grab them. They will have descriptions on them of what they do if you're interested. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it greatly. Leave a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And most importantly, take care. And I'll see you in the next one I do. Peace.